All right, it's time we get into this. Let's talk about it. Bites and Sense. So, who watched the BET Awards? Because it was a hot mess.
We're keeping it real. You got that?
Got it, Wedgie.
It's not enough that the shows are bad. They have to be evil as well.
So, what were some of my issues? First of all, the way the black women are representing themselves. I was really bothered by the performances by the females. First off, it was beyond raunchy outfits. To me, they look more naked with what they had on than if they were just nude. It would be more artistic for someone to sit in the chair nude while getting painted. You can look more naked with what you have on and how you're wearing it than if you just didn't have anything on at all. It was deplorable. And the lyrics of the music that they were singing, that these songs, it just sounds angry. Is it the industry that's pushing these women to act this way and to sound hard and aggressive? I mean, from just the few excerpts I saw, all I heard was me, I, you ain't S, you ain't B, because everybody's a B now. Everybody was just, it was all about them. And just the way they were dressing and dancing and gyrating. You know, there is power in dance and there is power in music. And you best to believe that those dances that they were doing can conjure up things. I mean, in some cultures, certain dances were used as a mating call. You know, there was a lack of self-worth, self-value, self-respect. And to me, I feel like that the strip culture is being pushed out. It's being embraced. They're presenting it to, I feel like, the black community and these black women as if with you parading yourself around like this is a form of autonomy. It's a form of freedom and a freedom of expression and creativity. And you need to embrace this because this is empowerment. And nothing about that to me is empowerment. Personally, I still see it as very slave minded. And it's almost as if it's like prostitution on stage. That's just my opinion. I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm really, really not. But it's just really not putting us in a good light. And one of the things that I was bothered by with Sexyy Red's performance was she had a backdrop of the White House. And it's like, what are you trying to convey here? And, you know, it kind of made me think. I was like, you know, what if, say there was a performance in Russia and some girls or some female artist was performing and they had a backdrop of the Kremlin in the back. I don't think Putin would be happy with that. I don't think anyone would be happy about that, let alone embrace it. They probably wouldn't even think to do that. I just felt like it was very degrading to have all of these black women up here. And the thing is, I'm sure some of these women are nice. Like Meg Thee Stallion, she performed. I saw her, you know, on a show recently, and I actually like her personality. I like her. I think she's a very intelligent young woman. But I just wish, you know, and even some of the beats, you know, you can listen to the beats of these songs and it's like, wow, that's a great beat, but there is no message in what they're saying at all. It's like they're becoming like the guys, the aggressiveness, the anger, and the showboat. It's all about them. You know, there was other performances. Now, Lauryn Hill, she was the last one perform. Probably was good because she's always late. But she performed and she had a lot of photos behind her. Haile Selassie, which is he was like the Ethiopian, the king of Ethiopia at that time, and a lot of say like if you're like a Rastafarian, that's almost kind of like their equivalent, like their prophet. I've heard some people saying that they felt like Will Smith, which I've never known for Will Smith to perform at the BET Awards. Maybe he did back in the late 80s or 90s, but He's in this he's kind of going through this spiritual journey, and I feel like it's going kind of in a different path. And some interviews I've been seeing him on, I've been noticing that he's been talking more about God. But some people felt like his performance was demonic because of the way the stage was set. Well, I didn't necessarily think it was demonic. I felt like he was trying to say that he was in hell or in hell, and he's and just trying to motivate people on how to come up out of it. So I thought it was supposed to kind of look like hell, if you will. But I could be wrong. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. Another thing that I felt like it was very interesting was they did a tribute to Usher, and for whatever reason, it was all women. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if that was something he requested, but I was like, why is it only females doing the tribute? Like, where was Chris Brown? Chris Brown should have definitely been in it. I don't know if he's been asked and say turned it down, but there's other guys. And then there was a portion of the speech where Usher was talking about the importance of black fathers and, and raising, black sons. And they said that the mic kept going out. So I'm noticing I kept seeing videos where people were saying, here's the full, unfiltered, uncensored speech of Usher. I was listening to a predominantly black radio station here. There was a woman on the show being interviewed, and it got to the portion where she was talking about eating, natural foods for healing. And all of a sudden, it was static on air. I kid you not. It just started to be static. And it was static. And I said, I'm going to see how long this static is going to last. I'm thinking it was going to be a couple of minutes. That static lasted the entire time that woman talked. I kid you not. And this is a popular black radio station here. And I'm just like, what is going on? Really? I mean, I did a Juneteenth video about a week ago. And, you got some people like, oh, Juneteenth, that was thrown to us, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Yeah, it was. But you know what? There's a lot of cultures in other parts of the world that celebrate their culture in various ways. They celebrate certain traditions. They do celebrations for certain memorials, memorizations of, say, like genocide or something that their people went through. So I'm okay with, hey, we celebrate the 4th of July is a major holiday when the U.S. gained independence from Britain. So why not celebrate and be proud of blacks no longer being enslaved in this country? However, we got a lot of work to do, and we're doing a lot of stupid stuff. And we're constantly feeling the need to be heard. And this is a problem. If we're having the constant need to feel heard, to be seen, that is a problem within. And that is something that the government cannot fix. Wearing the flashiest clothes, driving the flashiest cars, or jewelry that's worth millions of dollars is not going to cut it. It's not going to make you feel any better. The money that you're spending on that, you can use that to invest, buy property, and make more money. We have really downgraded, and we're beginning to regress as a people. We should be furious at what was displayed at the BET Awards. For years, ever since I was 8 years old, I've heard that Black Americans make up 14%. I never quite believed that we were only 14%. I mean, I'm sure there was a time where we were, but we're like still at like 12 to 14% of this country. I know that if they make you think that you are small, you're going to think small. And I feel like we think too small. Not only that, but if we are really 12 and 14%, a good portion of our men are in prison, and we have this many problems. Other races have them, and they do. Believe me. I think that's the problem I have with us is we tend to normalize these bad behaviors and laugh at it and think it's funny and cute, and it's not. let me know what you think. Put your, your comments in, fellas, I'll be curious to know, man, what did you think? What did you think about Usher's speech? What did you think at the fact that his speech, when he got to talking about black fathers, were, the something kept happening with the microphone, whatever that was. So, but I don't know. Let me know what you think.